He was. Oh, he almost got dressed.
He's lowering his body temperature.
On one side.
Yep.
On the keyboard hand. It's moving so quickly.
Abadoon.
Okay. If that is your, it could be their carry. There's a lot of stuns set up.
That's carry. Let's be real.
A lot of stuns on the enemy team. Just pop the little the ghost form and whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, this is a Hector classic. Even when this hero was garbage, he was playing this as a carry position.
You see that vest?
Is that a vest?
Brian left a vest just like that in the room that I inherited from him
Which
at
vest?
the hotel. There's like a white vest.
What?
Oh, it's a white undershirt.
I don't think he owns that.
Is that a? Wait, define what you think is a vest.
What is a vest?
It's an undershirt.
It's like you wear it under a shirt.
Yeah, why is it not a vest? For me is something that's like has a zipper that like. Kevin is wearing a vest.
That's a jacket.
That's a jacket.
Yeah, but I think a vest is a type of jacket.
No, that's a jacket.
No, a vest like goes over your shoulders, but not over your.
Is it not called?
It's.
Is it have the American term?
Don't say it, Cheever.
But you know which term I mean.
I know what term you mean.
Is that it?
Yes.
Wait, what term?
Oh, he has it. Yeah, he definitely
Now
has
I'm
that
lost.
term.
Someone who's married who commits domestic violence.
A wife beater.
Oh. Oh, God, don't make a dad joke. Don't make a dad joke. Okay, move on.
Any dads on the panel?
But is that
Hello.
a vest? Isn't that just a t-shirt or a hemd?
A what? A hemp.
Are you speaking
Stop speaking Dutch.
a language that we don't speak again, Cheever?
This is called a hemp.
Undershirt. It's an undershirt.
The band knows.
Look,
the
it's a
band are
witch
Dutch.
doctor.
I would call it an undershirt.
Witch doctor? Are you serious?
You don't like it? Maybe they practice
look.
the witch doctor offlane.
I love this hero, but as far as we were talking about this the other day, and I was like, tell me what is. I know this hero is not good, but what is wrong with him? Multiple problems. First of all, cask too slow. Much too slow.
Who said that?
You did.
No, I didn't.
We had this conversation.
No, we didn't. You're thinking I'm sheepsticked, which is a common mistake people make.
No, I'm sure it was you.
No.
Yes.
I like Witch Doctor. I think Witch Doctor is OP.
Well, it was either you or Fogged or Sheep then. One of the smart people I hang out with.
Look, you can't pick Witch Doctor and expect like the initiating hero. He's
Right.
not an initiating hero. He's like a follow-up,
Right.
a damage amplifier.
Hey, I love the
heal
guy.
bot.
I love him. I'm just saying we never see him picked, and there were a litany of reasons why, and I had to relent and say, oh, fair enough. And now they picked him, and now you guys are suddenly saying, oh, he's good.
It can be good
Well.
situationally.
Cask is kind of cool against summons. There's something to bounce it to. I
No.
mean, it doesn't stun him for 5 seconds like it used to, but
No, the cooldown on his ult is 60 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
and
my
it lasts
God.
10 seconds, roughly. So that means it's a 50-second cooldown in reality. And then you also have the voodoo switcheroo for another couple of seconds. This guy is 100% uptime on a death ward if you
No.
round up to the nearest 100.
you're right.
Wow.
When's the last time you saw Witch Doctor by Aghanim Scepter, by the way?
Didn't Diracho buy
Not-
one?
It has fallen so far.
Not
And doesn't
recently
Ace buy
enough.
it too?
Uh,
Your favorite team plays it all the time, Kev.
Witch Doctor, they do
OG?
play it as a core.
Oh, yeah, who
Gaming
did it? Was it a
Gladiator.
pause 2 or pause 1 or pause 2? Which
Well, typically it's a pause 3, but then they did a no joke, no pun intended, a switcheroo with the making them think that it was gonna be an offlaner, and they're
Right.
like, "JK, we're gonna play it as a
And
carry."
it was Dirachia's first time
It was
playing
Dirachi's
it.
first time. He was
First
okay.
time.
He was
Think
okay at
well.
it, but
Right.
he wasn't excellent at it.
Yeah.
And they also
Therefore,
had
it
a
looks atrocious.
and they had an IO Lesh as well. They had an IO to pair with it, but there's also a Lesh, and he spent a lot of time hanging out with Lesh instead
Okay.
of Witch Doctor,
Yeah.
which kind of undermined. It was just slightly
It's
executed
like,
poorly by the best team in the
Slightly
world.
bad.
It's like when you invite two friends that don't know each other over to a sleepover, and then they just bond on how much like you're weird, and then they become better friends than you, and then you're just watching Scooby-Doo on your own, and they're just having a good time,
Well, it's-
pillow fighting.
well,
That's
really-
not a specific
You
example.
pulled that one out of nowhere.
Yeah,
That was really
that's
creative,
just,
dude.
You just
And
made
then-
that
and
up.
I look over
Creative story.
And I look over to the landing, and my brother's mooning me again. Like, God damn it!
That actually happened to me one time. I hung out with this guy
My
to
brother
go
mooned you?
to go. Yeah, exactly. I went to go play disc golf with this guy at a park, and then we ended up in this group with other people, and he just liked them more than me. So we just never talked again. And I was like, hey, whatever.
Damn. Well, your
Wow.
first mistake was playing disc golf.
Oh my God, how can you say that? There are casters disc golfing right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good game.
Is that Frolf?
Nobody says that word except for morons.
I don't play it, my brother.
Don't say Frolf ever again.
Okay, you Frolf on
Off
your own
limits.
time. You just go Frolf it up.
Dawnbreaker. That's
That
we have
is-
not seen her. almost at all.
That is an interesting ban.
What could that teach us from what they want to play?
Silencer.
Why?
I don't know. Chucking a name out there.
Because I feel like that's the
so
best
convincing.
counter.
Yeah, the best counter.
That's the best counter to Dawnbreaker.
I think they're worried about Beastcoast doing some like all-in kind of like heal-y pushy strat that like comes online stupidly fast, and they thought that Dawnbreaker would be nice for that because it could like add more heals on the guy that they're trying to kill. Because Tundra's lineup is very much like kill one guy, roar, arrow, hoodwink follow-ups. So if they were able to keep that first guy alive, that's a team fight swing, and it's like a rare case where a hero like Dawnbreaker is actually pretty good.
It's a very good point, Kevin.
Thank you, Ted. Magnus, though, more traditional. Empower the Witch Doctor naturally. Give him that big right click.
Oh, I have the pick. It's Timbersaw.
Why?
Because there's 3 strength heroes on Beast Coast, and 9 likes playing Timbersaw, and they also have a
3
hoodwink.
melee heroes,
3 melee heroes.
which
That's
are
right.
all.
I think they're gonna.
probably
I think they're gonna remake the game and pick Timbersaw.
Yeah.
Is this a mid? Yeah, it is a mid Monkey King. Okay, against the Tusk. Should be pretty good at rotating.
Wait, is it? Is it not just 5? Oh wait, you're taking Monkey King. I'm just Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor 5. Yeah. It's the mid Tusk.
I like the Monkey here. I feel like once he gets BKB, he can do whatever he wants to these supports. It's not really
Why
much
anti-mage here?
Anti-mage is pretty good right now.
I mean, he is good. You get what is this like Vanguard Radiance sort of stuff, or
Yeah, he's not mega threatened by Abba, if I'm not mistaken, right? He can kind of choose when to fight. I mean, the silence is a little scary, but like...
The silence is a bit scary, but you can mana drain Abaddon, which is a way of like killing him
Right.
without actually killing him.
he's got a small mana pool as
He
well.
does, but he uses his mana.
Is this game? I mean, it's very hard to not, but is this game going to be a bit more even than the previous? Please.
Yeah, for sure. Right? I mean, you don't see Gabe in top hat level shellacking.
No,
That's
those are
true.
rare. Those are
Yeah.
rare. I mean, I think I don't think this is a free anti-mage game by any means, and I also don't think like the monkey mid does insanely well against a Tusk either, because he can just nuke the wave out with his double nukes, and also like if monkey gets 2 Jingu stacks on you, you can snowball him to stun him. You can throw the shards out and he can't walk past them. So it's not like against other melee heroes where you just dumpster them. I think Beastcoast should actually be more fine this game.
I think they just picked the Monkey because they wanted the flexibility to adjust based on if Beastcoast tries to cheese him back.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not the best mid matchup for them, but they have 4 heroes that are very good at getting kills. And Anti-Mage is going to hit a lot of creeps and do some like late game win things.
But it's better than last game for sure. It's
Yeah.
definitely it looks better than last game for Beast Coast.
Great team fight potential, of course, on the Magnus, and there's always you're never out of a game if you have a Magnus, even if you're behind. So that's good news. You look very thoughtful, Pyrian.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Tundra. I've decided.
Of course.
Okay. I know what?
The Magnus skewer backs are useless against AM. That's why they picked the AM.
Sure.
Well, you screw them back and he blinks away and then you glimpse him back.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, but
right.
then he puts the shield on and he doesn't.
Why don't you just
If he
skewer and
finds
you
it.
instantly put the silence on, then he can't blink to begin with. We're gonna find out what's gonna happen though. Will there be a third game or will Tundra take this 2-0? And let's head into game number 2.
Thank you very much, CBS. We'll find out here with this second game of Beast Coast versus Tundra. Fogged, what do you make of this one? We're going to get some Witch Doctor support action coming in from Stinger. Doesn't mean they end up with Dark Margo in the mid with this Tusk, but it does also mean he ends up in this matchup against 9 on a Monkey King.
Yeah. I mean, looks like it should be better than the last one. I think they've got good aggressive potential, but it's still, Tundra feels like they've got pretty much everything they want. They have 33 on his legendary Beastmaster that he somehow was able to outfarm a bounty hunter who's destroying an Ember that hard. So, I mean, let's see. I'm looking forward to see if Beast Coast can just get out of the lanes properly. I think that's the most important thing to look at, because if they just get smashed in lanes again, there could just be a repeat of that last game. Let's see what goes down. And Tundra, they just seem to be on fire today. I'm really curious about why Beast Coast does such a switch up with these type of picks. Maybe they're just, let's just try some different types of heroes. Let's just try something else, because we're not seeing any real Witch Doctor supports whatsoever. So yeah, curious to see what they're going to make happen with that.
Yeah. No, not seeing a lot of Magnus off lanes either.
No.
Magnus at all in that case.
It was played twice, and it ended up losing both of the games, if I'm not mistaken, in this tournament. And Schofield takes quite a bit of a beating there. So they're going to actually lane the Disruptor down bottom. So Schofield's actually playing Disruptor. Stinger's playing the Witch Doctor, but he's playing it in the top lane. Okay. Let's see what they can do. And yeah, I think the last pick AM, I think it's exactly what the panel was saying. Besides the fact that they could have some limited damage for him in the early game, if he's able to get Vanguard, they can't really threaten him. If he just gets skewered, yeah, he just blinks out. And now that there's a Witch Doctor, not that Disruptor, yeah, they can't even go for like those glimpse type of plays. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what Stinger's going to be able to do, because it looks a little bit weird, especially if they're running it up top.
Oh, let's see. See if it gets them any sort of early kill opportunities and puts enough pressure to slow down Skeeter in the early game.
Who said you could stroll in my...
I'm really curious to see what the decision making is. He's gone Blightstone too on Stinger, so it's like, all right, I got to be super aggressive as this Witch Doctor versus this AM. But we've seen Snaking secure most of these lanes very effectively.
Let's see. And so for the mid matchup as well, I mean, how rough do you expect this to be for Dark Margot and the Tusk? Is it that bad against the Monkey King, or is it sort of bearable?
I mean, it's pretty bad, I would say, but there is definitely ways that you can at least play around it with going for that type of play there, right? Snowball to stop the Jingu stacks like Jenkins was talking about. But I mean, 9, he's not under threat at all. He's going to just be able to free farm on this Monkey King. Mago just has ways to at least protect himself and get farm. And bottom, maybe the decision is just that Disruptor is overall just a stronger hero in general, so he wants to be able to secure the lane for K1, because K1 is, as always, just the absolute win condition for Beastcoast. So maybe that's the concept that they wanted to go for here with this lane setup.
Stinger. He's already going to get bullied out of this top lane. Wants to TP back to base.
Skitter, now he can just trade with Sacred. Sacred actually already has Ring of Health finished up, so pretty damn good timing for the Magnus. Super early. Absolutely rushed it.
Trying to get Aramis. I mean, K1 was attempting to keep him range there for the potential pop of the Aphotic Shield, but good body blocks from 33. Keep them at bay.
Schofield. He's always the risk taker, right? He always plays like super low HP, trying to bully people back. There's very likely a kill that's going to happen down here. Either way. But yeah, 9 set up for success. He's going to have no threat unless there's rotations that comes out versus this Tusk mid. But Mago should be able to get his farm as we're talking about. Playing around the Snowball and Shard, unless he makes some big mistake. Top Snake.
Stinger and Sacred, I mean, they're just having to run from these two right now. Skeeter, you know, he's ready to get very aggressive and fight alongside King.
9 gets a bit over-aggressive. Does end up losing his courier. I believe the creeps just killed it there. He's trying to bully Mago.
Yeah, but so far Margot's doing fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing pretty decent. 18-4, of course, 9, but it's to be expected in the Monkey versus Melee matchup. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to see what Stinger's really gonna do, because this just feels awkward whenever you're playing a Witch Doctor in that, 4 quote unquote. It's it's probably gonna end up being that 5, but like that 4 role when he's playing top. 33. They finish him.
Yep, the glimpse back, but he's got the stick charges. Gets another set of axes out. Won't be enough to kill Schofield.
Nicely done.
K1. He'll survive, find first blood. Aramis does get him though. See if Aramis might get the cleanup. He's gonna have spells again in a second. Bushwhack. It's there, and Schofield, he'll also fall. Aramis goes down, but he doesn't mind. Already got the job done. Picks up a double kill.
Oh, the dream for a 4 position. He's higher level than his Beastmaster now. And not able to really bully Skitter with the lane setup that they've gone for. They do secure at least the kill, of course, for K1 for the first blood, but yeah, the AM is now not being pressured by this Witch Doctor Magnus. He's got his Ring of Health finished. And yeah, they're just gonna keep Sacred low HP, low mana. Okay, Raindrop is done. Yeah, no way to pressure Skitter here, so top lane should be fine for Tundra. Mid also, as we've said, for 9, he should be fine. It's bottom. That's gonna be the one that Beastcoast can actually fight back in.
33, standing his ground pretty strong there against the two of them.
Helm of Iron Will finished. Very tanky. But K1, with the first blood, he does have phase boots. So looking for aggressive plays. Him and Schofield always looking for aggression. Stinger. He's looking pretty dead here.
Maybe can go for a deny. Not going to be able to get there in time. It does look to be a bit of a tough time for sort of Stinger to have the impact in this early game. It hasn't really achieved too much in the lane, and Might be difficult for sort of Stinger and Sacred to make things happen out of the laning stage.
I mean, it's a choice they went for, right? I think that really is just like Schofield and K1 can do better bottom than having like the Witch Doctor there. That's the only thing I can think of. And Stinger looking to make a rotation.
Should be successful here. Nine has got a fair fire and a balance strike. Oh, we get Jingu.
Nice.
But it's not enough life still to keep him alive at this point of the game. As they'll take him out. Yeah, able to make something happen at least out of that Death Top Stinger. Coming in on the mid and allowing them to take 9 down.
It looks like maybe Stinger's just going to be very active this game as the Witch Doctor run around to try to help these lanes. Hermes, big damage.
I'm somewhat obstructive.
And Stinger will be able to get that haste rune. Hey, tip snaking. Okay. Nicely done. Good rotation. Sacred's fine top, so I actually like that Stinger did end up making that kind of move there quite a bit, because Sacred, he has a Vanguard already finished, so no way they can really bully him out of this lane unless they have a move. Unless they have a rotation that comes out from Tundra. This Magnix should be free to free farm. Same to be said for Skitter, though.
Yeah, very few sort of complications thrown the way of Skeeter. Aramis been super annoying down here.
These bounces are perfect.
A load of damage out into both K1 and Schofield.
Another axe. Even K1.
Can they go for this as well? I mean,
33
if the axe is hit, ooh, not quite enough. Just enough to take the shield off, but not enough to kill it.
9? Doesn't see him.
Oh, that was so close there. Yeah, nearly being able to put a stop to his TP out, but indeed K1 able to get back to the base and fuel back up.
They've had to leave their tower, though, on the catapult wave. 33 in Aramis. They're going to get some significant tower damage here, and they might even just drag the wave, too, to make sure that they get a secondary wave under it. Yeah, 33 is going to do that exactly.
Yeah, and it's going to come in time, keep that catapult alive.
And he's got Dominator coming on the courier right now, too. This is going to be... I mean, this is going to be significant damage.
I mean, they're smoking to try and get down here as quickly as they can, K1 at Schofield.
Maybe they can punish Aramis if he sticks around. Schofield's going for the wrap.
Yeah, they should have a solid chance of getting him here. We'll see if Aramis can get his spells off. We'll be able to turn with the pushback to hold back K1, but K1's still in. Gets the proc of the silence. Glimpse there as well.
Nice.
They'll take him out. They'll get Aramis.
Nice little sneaky play there from Schofield. And Mago, he is top net worth, so even though versus that Monkey King,
yeah,
the rotations
well.
and stuff, and yeah, very nice.
Now in a much better time this game. He's actually gonna be able to get to play this game.
They're actually getting to play Dota this time, yeah. 9. Can't set up the kill. All right, save bottom tower, get a kill, enable K1. It's the name of the game, of course, there for Beastcoast always.
Still full freedom for Skeeter, though.
Yeah.
Anti-mage. Definitely going to be a big problem for Beastcoast. Don't really have the means to get up there and cause any issues for him at this stage.
Schofield, Stinger, he does get the bottle refill, nicely done. Now it's time to be active, time to gank some more. Mago and Stinger, they're gonna look to make moves. Gonna look to punish 33. I mean, most teams at this point, when you're playing versus Beastmaster, you know that he's gonna start jungling. So they wanna look to kill him.
And they're in with the snowball. Start things up, they get the Maledict down on him. He's trying to turn 33. He's looking for the roar if he wants to. We'll hold back on it for now, just trades his life with the right clicks to take down Stinger with him.
Can they steal? I don't think so, though, with the Monkey King around here. It's a bit scary. Good kill, though. I mean, being very active. I mean, enable Mago. If he's able to get these kills, staying ahead.
Yeah.
Definitely has kill threat on all these side lanes. Maybe not the AM, but, you know, mid and side, mid and bottom, he can get these kills easy.
Yeah, ganking the AM at this stage feels very difficult. I mean, as for the free farm goes for Skeeter, the same to be said for K1. You know, his top net worth. He's absolutely on track to get a very good timing on the Relic this game.
Yeah, it's a cool kind of pick, right? Because we didn't get to talk about it too much, but the shield is very effective versus Beastmaster in lane. Just being able to wipe those axe stacks. It's very nice. As for contesting the triangle now, I mean, they got 33, but he is just going to be able to finish off these Ancients. Unless they just smoke Dark Mago again, which maybe they will do. 9. They're trying to set up on him here. They have the cast.
And they've got him trapped. It. He needs to have some sort of TP backup coming in. Schofield just going to have the ability to throw down an extra bit of damage onto 9-9. He's able to build up the Jingu, though, so we'll start to lifesteal up and be able to offset some of the potential damage from that Maledict. So 9, he's okay, and he's going to make the quick jump towards the
Still
top
has
lane
Jingu.
as they're setting up onto Sacred. Sacred, he is getting backup coming in. Schofield's going to try and help out, but the Mana Void's there from Skeeter, and Sacred is gone.
And Skeeter, he is going to go down that Radiance throughout this game.
All right. Let's have a look then. Radiance versus Radiance this game. Abaddon versus the Anti-Mage. We'll find who wears it better.
9, can they punish him? There is a glimpse available. Schofield's got the vision. They've got him.
And nothing that... Oh,
Oh.
I mean, he's going to be able to jump out of this. No, they've got the damage continuing to come in. Snowballs there as well. The arrow, it's going to be dodged. 9, it's trying to survive, but Maledict's there, trapped in the trees. 4 members of Beastcoast coming over to make sure that Tundra did not get away with any funny business.
They've got Schofield with the ult now, so they're going to instantly smoke. This is perhaps potential to even set up for Skeeter. If they can get that static store on him, with Mago getting the punch and everything connecting, they do have kill threat. Snaking, he's standing on the ramp, though, so they're actually going to make the move all the way to the triangle here. Maybe get some vision in that area. Like K1, he's got Relic.
Yeah, he's farming super well.
He is super
It's
fat.
going to be quick timings on the Abaddon this game.
Aramis, he's the target. Give it a K1. Oh, Schofield claims it. And overall, with the K1, if he's able to have good Radiance time, the group up from Beastcoast can be quite strong.
For sure, yeah.
Like, he's going to be able to shield off the Beastmaster roar if it's not thrown onto him. Going to be able to protect his allies versus the arrow as well, too. So, definitely significant that he is at that top net worth. And he will be getting empowered pretty soon also from Sacred, who's having... I mean, even though he dies top, he is having a pretty good time on this Magnus.
Oh, yeah, this is the Abaddon's going to be super strong this game. And even if they have sort of the good farm as they do right now, Tundra, this is not going to be an easy one for them. Beastcoast definitely ready to give them quite the challenge in this game too.
Curious to see if Sacred does go down the route of this Blink Dagger. He probably will, just because they kind of need this real form of initiation, because the Snowball will, at some point, just be suicide if Mago goes all the way in with it versus a Monkey King and stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll see. The one thing that's always scary is you don't have the auras that's going to be coming out. Skeeter actually uses Mana Void to secure the last its top. K1.
Now they've got to be careful now here, Tundra, because Dark Margot's turned up. Some of the punch and the shards trapping the two of them. Static Storm's laid down by Scope.
They cut the tree.
They cut the tree as well. Have they got any follow-up damage to threaten 9, though? They do not. It was a good setup there from Beastcoast, but just no damage to follow it up with. Tundra, they live through it, and are now ready to look for more. 9, it's going to lay down the Beastcoast command, catch the two of them with a boundless strike. The Bushwhack there as well, grabs Sacred as they blow him up with a sharpshooter shot there from Aramis. 9, he's ready to try and jump in for more. Dark Margot able to break away from them momentarily with the snowball. Snaking jumps forward, lands the arrow. It's going to be another kill here. Triple, in fact, for 33 as he gets all the cleanup.
He's got Helm of Overlord. In typical 33 fashion, the absolute top net worth after that sequence. And they do get the tower. Bit of a slip up there from Beastcoast. They try to play super aggressive, but the Static Storm actually ends up being a waste. It's a cute effort, though.
9.
And now K1.
Let's get the ult back up. Aramis. Able to get the catch on to Stinger, but they won't look for him. Stinger to be fine.
How does 33 always do this? He's just always the most farmed here on the map when he's playing Beastmaster. This Helm is going to be terrifying. And now their group up, it's also very strong. Radiance is done for Beastcoast. And I feel like they have to start running around more as a unit to be able to respond to how Tundra's playing. Tundra's running as 4, just giving that AM the space. Are going to start farming some stacks here. K1. Oh, and a cool pickup there from 9. So he's going Diffusal, so synergizing with his Anti-Mage nicely versus Abaddon. Versus 3 Strength Cores. I mean, this Diffusal is going to be incredibly effective. Oop. K1.
I mean, they're trying to enter in on the fight here, Beastcoast. They get the glimpse back. Catch 9. Maledict down as well. He's super dead. Maledict into the Death Ward. 9's gone.
K1 also just gets deleted, though. Aramis actually gets the sharpshooter. All right.
Tundra's team, if they can maybe poke for more. 33 does have Roar available, and Beastcoast know it. They're keeping their distance. Dark Margot.
Very aggressive snowball forward.
I mean, Roar's up. They turn towards Dark Margot. And Skidder, he's ready to get involved in the fight as well. Manavoy's there doing good damage. And Stinger has to split away from the action. Axes from 33 clean him up, and behind the tower, Aramis will be able to finish off Stinger as well.
Tower also in trouble. Skeeter, he's got his relic finished. Yeah, K1, he's got to be careful. Sacred now does have Blink Dagger, so he can look to get involved with this team. But they will lose structures. They lose mid and bottom pretty early on here. Where's this beast?
And there's definitely going to be potential with these RPs. I mean, you are against, what, 3 cores, all melee.
Yep.
Large chance there's going to be situations in these fights where they will be in prime position to get RP'd.
They have great forms of catch on the side of Beastcoast with this, with the glimpses and with this Magnus having this type of thing.
And then poor old Schofield just dying to the dragon here from 33.
Oh, the levels actually looking. Yeah, 33, he's top farm and top levels. Jeez.
We'll lose the dragon, though. At 250 gold.
Nice.
Goes the way of Stinger. 6k lead for Tundra. Beastcoast definitely giving it a much better shot than they were able to in game 1, but still very much in a tough spot. That's once again this fight. They really wanted to try and force something. They know Dark Margot committing in onto snaking, and it just does not work out for them.
It feels like for them, for Beastcoast, they need to get some pretty nice kills very soon to just enable themselves. Because the one scary thing is, it is kind of this 4 protect 1 in a way. Because Mago, he's also gone for the Blink Dagger. So they have to get the ball rolling a little bit. Because Beastmaster, we know the way 33 plays it. He plays as a scaling core. They have an Anti-Mage and a Monkey King besides that. So they have auras for the Monkey King and the Anti-Mage to enable them and buff them up. So for Beastcoast, it feels like every time they do have these ultis up, gotta look for some type of fights because they've gone for double blinks.
Oh, they're going for triple blinks as well. Schofield, he wants to get a blink. All in on the blink daggers.
All about catching.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Skeeter soon gonna have the Radiance. He pretty much has it done now.
Ooh, Dark Margot. He's going to try and jump 9. Static Storm down as well. Skidder, he's just going to get straight on top of them, but there's this... Oh,
RP!
it's a good RP! A fantastic RP. Has he got enough damage to clean him up? It's enough to take down Snaking. See if they can find 9. The Maledict's going to bring 9 incredibly low. Oh, he's able to dodge it! 9! With the Mischief, dodges the damage there from the last instance of the Maledict, stays alive, and it's 4 dead on Beastcoast despite a very nice 3-man RP, but they just didn't quite have enough follow-up once again, Fogged.
A nice attempt there from Sacred. He lands the perfect one, but they don't have Where was K1? He was farming, right? They needed this Abaddon for his damage in that one.
They got them so low as well in that setup.
Ooh.
We'll see it again. Look at this.
He was so patient. I mean, what level is that Maledict also? It is only a level 1.
A 3-man RP into this Static Storm. At 9 and Skeeter, they couldn't quite kill him. He even able to sort of have the chill to sort of get the Wukongs off before he knows he can come in and dodge that last bit of damage from the Maledict with the Mischief, which would absolutely have killed him. He stays alive.
They're just, I mean, Tundra, they're bringing the numbers. And the fact that this RP doesn't work, that's painful. Beastcoast, they needed that. 8k lead now for the side of Tundra. Getting a firm grasp of this game. And 33, I believe, is that his BKB done? It is. So now he's got this counter versus the Static Storm. 9 also going to be building toward it soon. Yeah, it feels like they really needed K1 there.
Oh, they needed something extra.
They might be able to set up for snaking up here. K1, he's hiding with the Radiance on the side. Can they get the glimpse? They will. Snake should drop.
Yeah, more money for K1.
Take me.
He needs everything to be able to carry this. He's going to be dealing with 3 cores on Tundra. They're all going to be quite farmed.
Sacred, I mean, he also needs to... There's always the problem with the Magnus, right? When you're playing it, I mean, you have to kind of play it as a core nowadays, but you want to be able to just throw the Empower on your Abaddon constantly, but he also wants to be able to try to find his own farm.
Yeah, you sort of just end up on opposite sides of the map.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit awkward. Their ults are up, though, so for Beastcoast, I think you got to feel like it's go time for them pretty soon. They're under vision, though. Squad from Tundra is scouting Stinger as well as Sacred at the
I
moment.
mean, yes, it kind of 2 times where they've come so close to hitting these crazy plays that amount to something. The potential is there.
They've got the Manta too. So I think if they can bring the Abaddon to get involved in this next RP, they might have the damage versus Tundra. Still difficult,
Radiant's bottom tower
but perhaps
is under
potential.
attack.
Bye-bye, Aramis.
Gotta get a push started.
Dire structures are Vent. Radiant's bottom tower
Tundra.
is under attack.
Definitely difficult for Tundra to push Beastcoast off the tower.
Dire's middle tower has
Sharpshooter off the mark. Tundra
fallen. Radiant's
attempting
top
to approach, but they've got to be cautious. The Blink RP will be there.
You get the punch.
Mango's going to start things off. Wilcon's command is there, and 33 backs off with the BKB. He's able to turn, get the axes and the roar off. Will still die. But Dark Margo to lose his life in return. Sacred's still looking for a drop opportunity. He's going to go for the RP onto Sacred. But the Bushwhack is there, holds them back. The Silent Hit will proc though onto Skinner. Skinner's trying to stand his ground. They've got the damage to take him out. They'll kill the Anti-Mage, and now they can look for more.
They're on 9 as well.
Towards 9. Bushwhack again from Aramis, holds them back into a 4-man boundless from 9. 9 will be able to back off in time, but there we have Beastcoast able to find a fight in their favor. They take down Skeeter and 33.
Beautiful, beautiful use of the ults there. I mean, they catch the anti-mage. He blinks in, very aggressive there. Gets punished. Good RP from Sacred. K1, he just had finished the Manta. Now he's getting close. He pretty much has the Blink Dagger done. Yeah, he does. His aggressive potential is kicking up, and he's hit level 15.
Yeah, I mean, if
So he's about to have the
K1 can
talent.
continue to hit these timings, and Beastcoast as a whole can continue to come in strong in these team fights, which they absolutely have the spells to do so, they've absolutely got a shot in this.
Absolutely. They got to just build, I would say, like, get some more auras. He actually, okay, goes for the Hyperstone. They're going to try to force the Roche.
Okay.
9 doesn't have BKB yet. The anti-mage also not quite online. And Stinger, 3 points in heal with the Holy Locket. Keep K1 sustained. They should get away with this one. The Hawk is there to scout. Tough for Tundra to commit here, though.
I mean, there'll be a chance to.
Snay. Shoot the arrow.
Having to use the ult there to break away from the Aramis. He's still going to get caught by the glimpse. Into the kinetic field. Now he tries to jump in, but he's not going to get the steal, and he only ends up giving up his own life as K1 gets the kill, gets the Aegis, and kills 9.
Beautiful stuff.
I mean, that was a little bit reckless there for 9 as the mid jumping in for a steal like that. That's definitely going to hurt Tundra.
And he still didn't have BKB, too. If he had BKB, you could see why
Sure.
he'd want a full commit for that there, but really just trying for a steal, that's a bit insane. And now the ults are back up for Beastcoast. I mean, RP is available again.
And Sacred, he knows Aramis is here in the trees. They're going to be able to find him. See if he can get away.
No mana for the skewer to clear the trees.
They won't waste any time continuing to search. Man, another blink done, so yeah, all in on the blinks here. But third blink dagger now complete on Beastcoast.
Great ways to follow up, right?
Yep.
If there is a situation where they catch the RP on the anti-mage,
Stinger.
it's definitely going to be a static storm opportunity.
They're able to get the catch onto 33, but he'll put the BKB and TP out. He'll get away. Snaking, though, on the other hand, could be in trouble. He's got a couple more leaps to play with. There's one more, and then it will be coming back up again just now. Doesn't matter, though. K1 still finds him now, dominating on the Abaddon.
He hits hard with that 65 damage talent and Empower. He does shred these heroes very quickly. Skeeter still doesn't have the Manta done. And 9's been slowed down a ton this game. These consecutive jumps onto him. He's 2 and 4 on the Monkey King. What else can they find? They've got ults available. Checking to see if they're looking to build any auras soon too. Is find an illusion.
They keep it chill, though. They don't drop the RP by accident or anything.
Huge tower damage here. There's no glyph. This tower's dead. Beastcoast with some very nice moves in these last few moments. They're even poking toward the high ground.
I mean, why not? They got the Aegis. They got the full AC as well once K1's able to get their plate mail delivered.
Structures are fortified.
They're trying to force Tundra's hand. They will force the glyph. They've got the heal, too.
They're ready to jump. If anybody steps forward here that they feel is an easy target. And 33 and 9, they're just going for the split push pressure. They'll take the tier 2 down top. They're losing their tier 3 mid. And there's the jump. Ooh, snaking. Have to leap out in time before the skewer catches him.
There's no wave in mid. They cannot backdoor.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Can Tundra get a catch on the chase out, though? Beastcoast.
And 9's trying.
They're retreating perfectly here together. And they'll get away with it. And they do keep... They actually did the double ward. So they did one ward on the bottom side and one ward on the top side there. So this one's probably going to survive for them to get future catch. Very good aggression. And yeah, there we go. So I was waiting to see, like, I want some more buff ups. You have to buff this Abat and enable him to be able to hard carry this game. So there's going to be the medallion. I imagine a solar crest. See what Sacred ends up queuing up next. I mean, right now it's just like 4 steps and stuff like that, but I really want to see all the things you can put into this Abaddon playing versus Tricore.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
$3,000 gold advantage there for Hector, ahead of Skitter.
Dire's middle barracks are under
He's
attack.
definitely very scary, especially once he gets, honestly, like the next 2 items. Super impactful for K1. Once he's got the Blink, the Basher, there could just be that potential where he just instantly kills the anti-mage with the jump.
Looks like they're set on going for the tier 2. Maybe try and open up this next wave, this next lane to push up to the base. See if they can get a reaction out of Tundra.
Overall, Tundra's honestly still keeping their cool, kind of just like cutting these waves, doing the Tundra special that we always like to call it. It's just like everybody gets farm. It's not just about one hero. Like when we look at Beastcoast, look at that, look at how much it's putting into the Abaddon. Of course, in this type of game, absolutely necessary, but Tundra, they make sure that that everybody gets farm. Like Snaking, he's gonna have a pipe in a second here. Aramis is pretty big. And then we see the drums of Slam for 33 after his BKB and his Helm of Overlord.
Dire's top tower.
See who forces back who first.
There's no glyph.
Both
Tundra
teams wanting to go
forcing
for the
it.
high ground. Looks like Beastcoast, they're going to be ones to get forced back first.
Radiant's bottom
They TP back.
has fallen.
How long on Aegis? 15 seconds. Tundra might look to re-go if someone out pushes too far on Beastcoast.
K1 stepping up.
He's got Blink.
It's difficult though for Tundra to jump even when they see Beastcoast come out like that. As whoever goes in, highly likely they'll get caught by a reaction from Sacred, getting him with the RP. It's not easy to go on a target if you're Tundra right now. You've got to be prepared for what Beastcoast will get the chance to throw back at you.
Especially for Skitter in particular, right? Like even though he's got Vanguard, Radiance, Manta, he's still very susceptible to dying versus these silences if his Manta's not up or if he gets caught inside Static Storm. So I like how aggressive they've itemized here with the Blink Dagger on Schofield in particular to follow up. And yeah, they're looking to catch someone. They don't know about this base ward as we were talking about earlier. Tundra unaware of it.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Rax push, it's gonna come fast.
Middle barracks.
It really is, yeah. K1 absolutely crushing these buildings.
On the bottom side though, Tundra, the split push, it's there.
Is it going to be as quick? I mean, they'll get one step, but they're on the verge of maybe getting a second threatened here as Beastcoast goes straight to top.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
And Tundra, they will be allowed to get the trade, get the bottom racks. They've got to back up and do something about this push because Beastcoast on sort of the verge of looking for a second step. As the tier 3's gone.
19.
He's going to jump in, but the Voodoo Switcher is going to protect the Witch Doctor for now. They'll drop the roll down onto Dark Margot. They've killed off Schofield. They'll look to K1, but the borrowed time, it will be there. Starts to heal him up a
RP.
bit. Sacred's in. It's a 3-man RP. Do they have the damage? Sure as well. They do not. Tundra's perfectly fine. There was not the follow-up required, unfortunately, for Beastcoast once again, as they'll lose 4. Maybe soon to be 5. Dark Margot trying to run, but the Boundless Strike catches him. Tundra, they'll get the team wipe.
Magic thyself out of that.
Little too tanky. I9 with a pretty beautiful initiation. A pretty weird one, but a great one there from the Monkey King. He just jumps in and starts the fight. They get fully wiped there.
And I think, again, it was just sort of about a 3-man RP, but just nothing else to come in after that.
And they, you know, we were talking about the melee heroes on Tundra, also those melee heroes on Beastcoast. Aramis, how many times has he set up here with that bushwhack? I believe right after the RP, he catches 2 or 3 of them inside of it, so there's no follow-up damage. Tundra with a very decisive win here in that fight, and now up toward top, they push really fast.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah, it's going to be Tundra taking a second set of barracks after all that's said and done.
And they're shoving in mid also.
Sacred. Get the skewer back, but nothing else. Skitter's away.
Glimpse.
The glimpse.
He gets the Manta. Nice play, Skitter.
Oh, they're still trying to find some sort of catch, Beastcoast. Tundra's already out there. In fact, Tundra, they're considering getting back in on this fight. As they're watching from the side. Arrow. It's going to catch onto Dark Margo. 9 jumps down, looking towards him, buys some safety here inside of the snowball. Pots the BKB to run. Now turn with the Death Ward. It's a good long channel, but not long enough to threaten 9. 9's perfectly fine. Voodoo switcheroo from Stingers will try and attempt to hide from them. The Stinger's out. Same to be said here. The Schofield, both supports gone.
Tundra had everything available. They just were waiting for them to jump into them. They didn't even, wow, 9 didn't even use BKB.
And a lot of money to spend up as well before the next fight.
Yep.
Skeeter pretty much having the gold in to get the completed Skadi. The
Skewer,
skewer.
RP.
RP as well. Have they got enough damage? They're trying. They'll
They
get
do.
it. This time round, the follow-up's there. Skeeter's gone. And so's 33. He'll get the roar off. We'll be able to take down K1 with him.
The drums are slam. Actually able to somehow finish him. Get hit by the, I think he got hit by the sharpshooter too, right? So maybe didn't get the borrow time. I actually didn't quite see there at the end.
No, I think it was cooldown.
It was still cooldown, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
At least they find something out of that, but losing 2 sets, a bit of pain. Sacred. Careful how you show up here. Blink dagger on cooldown. 9, looking for the angle. He's got friends.
Aramis might get the catch from the trees.
Whew, perfectly timed skewer. Schofield.
Schofield.
He is deep.
Oh, it's risky. Trying to hide, but the sentry gets laid down.
That was a classic Schofield death, you know. Playing super far forward.
And Dark Margo's nearly got his Deso. So a fair bit of burst. We'll be able to follow up within the team fights.
That is a very early E-Blade. Aramis, he is a threat. The one-shot potential is absolutely there versus a lot of these heroes. Basher and Blink online. So K1, I mean, if he can stick on targets, we'll be able to kill them. They just need that control. And yeah, I've seen 33, didn't get to talk about his build so far much after the BKB and the drums. This Yule Scepter, it's very impactful. They have these so many different forms of control to just be able to stop the Abaddon during the borrow time or just stop heroes from hitting during those RPs. And Skitter, yeah, way tankier now. He even buys the Shard. So Shard plus Scotty.
Schofield. Laying down the
deep.
center, they're able to cut the tree. They cut the tree of 9. They'll get him with the RP. It's enough to take down Aramis, and there'll be an immediate buyback for Snaking. 9 taking quite a heavy bit of damage here with this Death Ward, but not enough to scare him. He pops the BKB, pushes on to take down Sacred, who will immediately buy back. K1 surrounded by Skeeter and 33. Borrowed time will be popped, and now Skeeter could be in a bit of trouble himself. The Maledict's there. Get out to the side. Skeeter, he turns with the Mana Void, and he actually blinks an aggressive Odor Stick. Now he blinks away. He's able to blink out of the fight for now. He'll look to reset. 9, still perfectly fine as he gets the Boundless Strike down onto Dark Margo. Skeeter, he's considering when he wants to get back in on the fight. He knows Dark Margo's out of options with the mana gone. Jumps in. Dark Margo also to be taken out.
Not the RP they're looking for. I think it only catches onto Aramis there. 9 was actually able to get out of it.
And they're straight into Roshan with this Tundra.
And I mean, 33, the defensive plays that they're doing over and over again to protect Skeeter. Like, Skeeter looks like he's going to die. Then there's a Yule Scepter that pushes the Abaddon in the air. There's a Force Staff that pushes Skeeter out of that area too. They're covering each other just a little bit better there than Beastcoast. And yeah, Sacred, he has to land the big ones this game. Now an Aegis up on Skeeter. Final set of racks in the mid lane.
Yeah, they'll be ready to run it down full aggressive here.
RP down for 40 as well.
A nice bit of a window for them to go. It's sort of in the last few fights, that's really just been the only spell that, you know, you can tell that Tundra are being very cautious about.
Yep.
And just do their best to not get caught by the RP, and indeed, if they don't, very little chance that Beastcoast can take a fight. They need that RP to hit big.
And Tundra's going to finish up these next few items, get these next timings to be able to just straight battle through Skitter. Basher's done. And Adesso now at 9 himself. More and more damage. Nervous. Looking for a solo snag. Almost able to get it.
K1 actually going to opt just for the BKB next.
Honestly, he feels like he needs it so he doesn't
Yeah.
just get Yuled. I think every single fight I've seen, like, borrow time goes up and he just gets thrown in the air from this annoying 33 build. He needs just to be able to sit his ground and just focus fire these targets from 100 to 0 without getting controlled. But yeah, Tundra, they've just been covering each other nicely. These force staffs, etc. It's been crisp. Snay continues to get these auras for his team. Boots with the bearing pipe.
'Tis mine.
Tundra don't feel forced to go into the high ground just yet. As we said, finishing up a couple of these items. Abyssal about to be done for Skitter. 33 very close to his Octarine. Just being patient. The Tundra way. And they're about to bat 37 minutes, so maybe they're just going to get a couple of these neutral items as well before they go full toward that high ground.
On Beastcoast, going for them. That's still probably going to be in their best interest to take the fight when Tundra do come to them. Try and look for some sort of deep RP skewer.
Yep.
Get heroes under tier 4s. Ideally get them in the fountain if they do end up diving you.
And K1, he really needs his BKB.
He's going to have it.
Okay. Sells his boots. So if
All
no
right.
more phase boots on him.
I mean, if he's able to blink in, get sort of a bash on the first couple of hits, he'll still very likely be able to just completely lock down a target in the fight.
Difficult. They need, it's all on Sacred. How big is the RP going to be?
Yep.
The jump.
They're going to find Dark Margo.
He's just gone.
He does have buyback.
Oof. Sacred gets hit.
K1,
back
he's
away.
going to go in on 9. They'll try and jump 9 here at the start of the fight, but 9's out of this. They'll look for Skeeter instead. Skeeter got in pretty deep. Skeeter
Get him
has
to
the
one.
Aegis gone.
Eyes on Sacred.
He's looking for the chance to jump, but the Yules!
The Yules!
It's going to send him up in the air. They're able to back off away from him. He's caught in the combo. He's out for 90.
Oh no, he was just hesitant there on the RP.
Radiant structure.
K1, he's going to get in again. I mean, they get the burst onto 9. 9, he'll get taken out. As
K1?
Skeeter turns back towards K1. K1 borrowed time. Help him out for the moment being, and Skeeter, I mean, they're completely out of mana here now, K1 and Dark Margo, and K1's gone. No buyback on him. As this is looking like it's going to be game over. 2 cores dead, no buyback. Tundra, they're ready to keep the push on. They lost 9, but they're still 4 versus 2. And 9, he'll even buy back for these finishing moments here as they're on to the tier 4s. GG is called. And with that, Tundra will take this series against Beastcoast 2-0.